YouTube, what's going on? It is Horse Racing Gamer. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2004. Very important episode because we will get through the end of the year this episode. Doesn't matter how long it is. And it'll be a temporary pause in the action before I end up rolling out some new ideas for the channel and this series. Most importantly, going forward, it's not like I won't stop playing 2004. I have to always say that because I do get comments sometimes. I announce I'm doing something different. People are like, "Oh, are you quitting 2004?" No, like this is literally one of my favorite games of all time. Not quitting it. So, obviously there will be other uploads, other Gallop Racer content. We'll probably focus more on 2003. I'll try live streaming. But yeah, like there will be a slight, maybe a 1 week. Pause in 2004 episodes as I kind of get everything together. So we have, I think we're still going to have about 20 races before the end of the year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we'll end up having. So before I started recording, I was looking through our horses and most importantly our studs and our broodmares. I realized most of our studs have a fast or normal growth type. I think 4 of them at least have a normal growth type. One of them has fast, which is Golden Boy. And the other 2 might have sustained or late. But we have way more fast and normal growth types than we do sustained and late. So, you know, I really don't want studs like that going forward. I do want studs that at least the horses will peak by maybe 4.5, 5. This still gives you enough time. My perfect ideal range for a horse to peak is 5 years old. Before I continue, we're going to get started today with the Mission Bay Handicap Sweepstakes, whatever this race is actually called. Grade 3, going 10 furlongs, Vivid Eyes. She's the favorite. Dropping her in class from Vivid Legend out of Moon Trappa. But anyways, like, if my ideal horses could peak by the time they turn 5 years old, that to me is perfect. You can start winning maybe a couple grade 1s or your first grade 1 with them by the time they're 4. You can continue to win grade 1s, I would say, throughout their 6-year-old campaign. I feel like when a horse peaks too soon and too quickly, your window to win is very, very narrow, right? And if your horse peaks super late, well, you also may have a short window of actually achieving the best results you can achieve. That's why I like 5 years old. I feel like it's not too late, it's not too early, it's perfect, it's right kind of at, to me, what would be the highlight of some racing horse's career actually is when they turn 5 years old. They really mature, they develop. I mean, there's a number of horses that take years to develop. Every horse isn't peaking at 2.5 or 3 years old, right? So I'm saying that to say there's a lot of things I need to think about. You guys are just as much a part of this as I am, so give me your thoughts. Horses I know off the top of my head that have like a normal or fast growth type that we have back in our stud barn. Diamond Plan, Gentle House, Golden Boy, and Solo Rider. Those are 4 horses for sure I know have. I think Formal Opera as well. I think he's considered normal. So what I'm proposing is that eventually, with our more recent studs, or I should say horses will retire to be recent studs, I wonder if we should start replacing some of those studs because, again, I don't know if the early growth types are benefiting us. I mean, some horses we've gotten fortunate with, like I think Cleopatra, Galaxy Star, they both had fast and normal growth types. Come on, Vivid Eyes, hang on there. Just got there in time. Probably started her a little bit too soon on the stretch. She gets it done. Granted, Diamond Plan has been a success. He's been one of our best sires. I would say as of lately, he's been our strongest. Formal Opera is also showing his value there as well. They're good studs. I mean, I guess removing them without a suitable replacement would be stupid, and that's not what I'm suggesting. Suggesting replacing them once we have what I would consider a suitable replacement, which would most likely be their sons or something like that, right? Solo Rider is the son of Diamond Plan. So, Diamond Plan statistically is stronger, obviously. But Solo Rider is back there now. So, that's kind of an example of that father-son duo. They're both back there, so we have the space. But let's say we didn't have the space for Solo Rider. Would I replace him with Diamond Plan? I would want to, but probably not, just because of the fact that Diamond Plan stats are better. We did it in Gallop Racer 2003. I replaced Mad Courage with Twin Sun because his Mad Courage's son, whose name was Twin Sun, he was a lot faster, or pretty much actually I should say the same speed as Mad Courage, but with better stats in other categories. Like he improved some of Mad Courage's worst stats. So that's kind of that's how I essentially do it. If the son of a sire is just as good, maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit down, but not by a lot, I might replace them, especially if they have a better growth type. We're switching gears. Empress Cup, 11 furlongs here with first down dash, win or place goal. We are the second favorite. See, she's the example of a horse I don't want long term, even though she's still staying competitive. You gotta think about it. The faster they peak, the quicker their stats are gonna drop too, right? That's been my main problem with these horses that have peaked so quickly. Their stats are only high for what seems like 3 months or 4 months out of a year. Compared to if you have that later to sustain growth type, those stats are going to remain more sustained. And I know there are horses that actually have a growth type where they don't really have a major drop-off point, so they just remain strong for most of their career. That's ideally the type of horse that I want. A horse that either doesn't drop off, or a horse that does take time to develop, but, you know, it'll be worth it once you get there with them. The fast growth type horses, some of them are fun, don't get me wrong. If they're that strong right out the gate, it's a blast. But, you know, I'm all about the longevity. And I think some horses struggle when they have a fast growth type. And speaking of horses, I was going to say, recognized attack, Bolero's Gal. Bolero's Gal indeed. There she is. We lost her. She's 7th favorite. Probably not going to do much today, but you guys remember that idea I pitched a while ago? Oh, who is that? The horse that just went past Native Spirit? 2 fillies I've lost her in this race. Talk about disrespectful. But technically, we are racing on a much stronger filly. I forgot about Native Spirit. I really was upset when we lost her. So we lost 2 horses in the same silks. Well, I mean, it's more than that. We've lost like 4 with those silks. But anyways, back to my idea. Since these horses are in the race now, this is actually a perfect time to bring it up. Once we get to a point where we just have too many horses, we're going to have to start picking horses that we actually lose intentionally for the sake of having more competition. You know, Eastside Band is beating all of the best in-game horses on the double S level. Eventually that will get boring, so it would be nice to release maybe one of our strong horses that we wouldn't mind releasing just to see what the AI do with them. You know, the only horses we end up losing that the AI end up racing with are horses that we don't ultimately miss out on anyways because they didn't turn out to have a good career. Bolero's Gal's in this race. She's not having a great career. Neither is Native Spirit. First Down Dash, on the other hand, for a fast growth type from Golden Boy out of Black Ruby, she is going to absolutely destroy the Empress Cup field here and get herself another grade 1. First Down Dash, man, she's really coming together. She does really feel like both Golden Boy and Black Ruby combined. Like she's actually, I think, a really good feel mix of both of them and how they run. Some horses I feel are more dominant towards the sire or the broodmare, but she feels right down the middle. Clears Scabbit by 4 lengths. Native Spirit actually finished 3rd, and Bolero's Gal 6th. Okay. And Native Spirit was supposed to win. You see, that would kind of be exciting to be racing against some of our newly created super horses that we wouldn't mind letting go. And to be honest with you, because I wouldn't want that to happen with anybody's horses unless you guys volunteered like a horse, just to see how that horse does with the AI. But I would essentially use that as one of my my project slots, right? Every year of breeding, if we can do the full number of 8, I will basically designate 6 to you guys, and then I'll keep 2 for myself, just as what I would consider project horses. So I could technically just take one of my project horses away, or just take 1 from 6 down to 5 for the group. But I think it would make more sense for me to pick the horse I wouldn't mind letting go, so I could actually do specific breeding for that particular horse. That way, no matter what, gotta let it go. It's just an idea, just to keep the game fresh if we get bored with the horses that they kind of rotate in for us. So, Vivid Eye, that was her 13th victory. She's on a 2-race winning streak, 5 Grade 1. She's not going to be a Hall of Famer. Probably not getting her titles because she struggled to win Grade 1. So I've sent her on a Grade 3, Grade 2 campaign. And we'll keep her on this campaign until I know if and when I'm going to retire her. Because let's check her out right quick. Excuse me. I don't know her max distance. The game has been hiding it for however long. Her stats are actually not bad once she was at her peak. There were a lot of stats in the 70s with the exception of temper and feel. So her as a broodmare would not be bad. We would have solid stats except for feel and temper, which is kind of struggling. She also has bears. She's from Vivid Legend, not a Moon Trapper. You know, do I feel like we're getting anything crazy out of her? I don't know. She has stretch burst and bears. Again, all of those stats that were in the high 60s at the top, they were all 70s at some point. So I still think that puts her in a decent position to potentially be a good broodmare for us if we were to go that route. I'm not determined yet, so until I figure it out, I'm just going to continue to run her in Grade 3s, Grade 2s, whatever I think is suitable. She'll have a handicap in this Grade 2, 4-year-olds and up. Smaller handicap in this endurance race. Well, we'll put her in that to kick off her year. She'll be 6 years old. First down dash. That was her 4th Grade 1 win. She's on a winning streak, actually. So we're kind of rolling with first down dash. I felt like I was struggling with her in the beginning, but yeah, so I dropped. So she won the Young Crown Cup, I forgot. Then I dropped that open race with her. Became 3rd. She was supposed to win that. I dropped the Cherry Cup with her. She was supposed to win that. And the Young Mile. Wow. She would actually be a 6 Grade 1 winner, but I've dropped 2 that I should have won. New York Oaks could have been a little bit better. Wow. So I've definitely dropped a couple of Grade 1s with her. She should really be at 6. She has a good pedigree. She's also a very good candidate, I think, to consider for breeding. And her stats are actually better than Vivid Eyes. She peaks a lot quicker, but her stats are... She doesn't have a bad stat at all. She really is the combination of Golden Boy and Black Ruby. And she has all good abilities, no bears. I like Vivid Eyes, but I don't know, man. I think she's just a horse I'm going to continue to race until I have space to retire her for us or the game takes her away. Because, yeah, first down dash definitely, I think, looks better long term. Can I get her in another Grade 1 before the end of the year? No. Okay, that's fine. Run her in the Montreal, close out her year. But yeah, she's much, I mean, she doesn't have a bad stat. Several of these 60s stats were in the 70s. So anytime I breed with her, I should know the minimum stat is going to be 60. That's a good baseline for me. Anything lower than that, we might be struggling. But 60 is the minimum with the strong sire. And again, she has a good pedigree. You look at it again. She comes from Golden Boy out of Black Ruby. Golden Boy came from Honest Pegasus out of Lee's Gold. Honest Pegasus was the son of Western Tiger. And his mother was Aunt B. So, good pedigree here for sure. Yeah, this might be kind of a sneaky family developing into a super horse family. Maybe the next breeding pair, once we retire first down dash, should be a really strong horse. So, have her in a Grade 2, Grade 3 taken care of. All right. So Lockwood, 75 stamp from Gentle House out of Real Happy. Look at bears. How many of my horses have bears? Valley King, that's a given. He's from Vivid Legend. So that's 1. Vivid Eyes, that's 2. Vivid Legend, that makes sense. Could have retired some that had it as well. Rapid Blade, Long Live Bolero. The Boleros didn't have bears, neither did Butterfly Effect, so that's random. 3. Gentle House and Real Happy. I'm pretty sure neither of them have it. That's 4. So 2 of these bears abilities, my horses just inherited randomly. Yeah, I don't think Real Happy had bears. She was from Vivid Legend and... gosh. So this one, Vivid Legend in there. You know, before I've made a fool of myself, I wonder, does Point Black, does Rapid Blade have Vivid Legend in here somewhere? No. Onyx Prince, Suave Buster, do either of them have bears? I can't remember. I don't think they did. She may have inherited hers completely random. Either way, so a lot more racing to get to. But again, let me know your ideas on that. You know, we release a horse maybe every other year into the game. We lose it on purpose. We let the AI run with it. A really good horse. Have some competition. That would just be fun, you know, actually putting some other horses in the game. Like what we could do as well, you guys could maybe suggest real horse names. Like, well, the episode will happen, you guys will watch it, and you'll see whom the yearling will look like. And you'll be like, oh, we should maybe model this horse after maybe this in real life horse, or maybe one of your horses that you guys own. I think it would just be a cool way to add new horses into the game that aren't being added into the game automatically, right? We would kind of be using what would be considered an exploit to essentially put our best horses, some of our best horses in the game every blue moon, just to obviously keep things fresh and kind of compare ourselves, you know? Would I be upset if I lost to one of my best horses in the game? No, that would just give me more inspiration to continue to find better, you know, formulas, better breeding pairs to create a stronger horse that could beat, you know, said horse if it was one of ours that we released. So it wouldn't bother me if that horse succeeded. You know, we've had success. I know what that feels like with a lot of our horses. So if one of mine's got let go, would I initially feel some type of way about it? Sure. But long term, I'd be like, hey, this is a horse I decided to let go. I can't be mad at myself for that. You know? I guess my only fear of doing that is, and we're up here in a grade 3 with Glam Queen. She is the favorite. She's from Gentle House, out of Free Fear. She should be a riot. 3 abilities. That's interesting. She runs 10 furlongs minimum. She should have great stamina. Let's see how she runs. But as I was saying, like, yeah, I don't know. I would feel some way about it initially, but after a while, I would realize I made that decision to let the horse go. And like I said, ultimately, it's just kind of another bar we can set for ourselves to be challenged in this game. Because eventually, I do believe we're going to get to a point where we're going to beat the in-game horses pretty easily for most races, and we're only going to get challenged during like the Dream Cup or the Dream Series. I don't want the game to get to that point. I'll start to get bored. You know, then I'll have to start doing things to still keep our really, really super horse, you know, quality breeding pairs around, and then just do some really random experimental stuff just to keep the game challenging. You know, but I would personally rather just put newer, potentially stronger horses in the game. Once we find, you know, a good breeding pair that, you know, I like or something from one of my project horses, I could use that breeding pair to produce us in-game rivals, you know, more than just the AI itself. I think, again, that would just be a fun way to keep things fresh, run against our own horses, see some different names on obviously the board, and kind of have some fun that way and keep everything fresh. Just an idea. You guys feel free to let me know. Comment section below if you think that could work or be interesting. We could try it out. It's not like I would have to stick to it permanently if we felt like it didn't work. But, you know, we could try it out for maybe a couple years and see how it works. And, you know, see if some horses we let go could end up turning out to be some serious rivals. Oh, come on, Glam. Hang on there, my girl. Hang on, hang on. She's just going to get in there. Man, really close there. Kind of pushing my horses to the edge. I didn't know how she would do on her spurt. I should have held her back. She can run 10 furlongs. It's a great grade 3 win there for Glam Queen. I think that's back-to-back wins for her. Back-to-back good results either way. So she goes on to win that grade 3. Position was D. I was running her as a preceder. She probably wants to run towards the back. Spurt was S, though. So we'll figure that out. Rapid Blade. Just looking at her. She's up. I decided to take a chance running her on the dirt, even though her preference is turf. 7 furlong dirt sprint, basically. She's still got to beat 2 horses. Her dirt rating is okay, so I just want to see how she handles the dirt. Honestly. Yeah, so we have to beat 2 horses. That's kind of annoying. But I think we'll do a lot better than 12th, so not too worried. All right, let's see how our girl handles the dirt for the first time. We're off. Great start from Rapid Blade. Got out early to the front as she needs to be. You know, most time when we run down these inclines in the games, I want my horses to slow down. This is the one time I want my horse to speed up. And she took all day. Where's this 14? Going crazy. Trying to challenge me into the stretch. I don't think so. Revolution with Rapid Blade. Let's go. Doesn't mean we're going to win. We got a Revolution, I think, last episode and didn't win. But man, what an upset this would be on the dirt. Showing signs, technically, of her great-grandfather, the Great Bolero. 5 is closing in. Rapid Blade still holding on. She's just going to get the job done. What a win. So, okay dirt rating. Not a lie. Now, where would we have finished without the Revolution? I mean, probably not in first, but you never know. We've done that before. Certainly on the podium. What a win. We were supposed to finish 12th. What are those dividends going to pay? Look at the trifecta. That would have paid $2,400. Whatever that equivalent is for you in your currency. Wow. That would have been a heck of a trifecta, man. Heck of an exacta. Off a $2 wager, would have paid $148. What a win by Rapid Blade. Perfect race. Let's go. And to do that on the dirt, that is great. So that means there's some flexibility with her. I can kind of put her in races depending on what we're going for, what's available. That's what I really want. I want horses that can run on both turf and dirt. I feel like we can actually achieve more with everybody that way, as opposed to having so many horses that are only turf or only dirt, and then there's only so many races to go around. I feel like if we have horses that can run on both surfaces, we can then spread them out and run in different races we normally don't run in. So that's really my long-term goal. I want to get to breeding where we can get, you know, we'll obviously always keep a really strong dirt line somewhere, which will probably be Delta Dream. I'll definitely do my best to, then again, Delta Dream comes from Formal Opera, and Formal Opera was really good on both turf and dirt, but preferably on dirt. That's kind of what I want my horses to have. They can still have a preference, but I still want them to be flexible enough where they can run on different surfaces. Mile Champ Cup, Miss Vaporwave. I think this is my last chance trying to get her a big win. I mean, her stats are still just kind of whatever, but the important ones as far as speed, power, heart. Power's under 70. And speed are at least still mid to lower 70s, so it certainly doesn't make her a big threat, but she's still in a position where she can win if we run our race right and the rest of the field just kind of does something stupid. So she's kind of another horse like Vivid Eyes, who I'm a little bit undecided about for breeding. I feel like they're kind of one and the same as far as what they've accomplished. So right now they're just kind of on like a we'll wait and see type of thing. Miss Vaporwave, I believe, though, is one of the only remaining horses from the King Bee and Moon Bee pedigree. We've lost a number of those horses, or we retired them already and just didn't keep them around long enough. So either way, still on the fence about her. But again, the horses, I don't know what I'll do with them yet. I'll just, give them layoffs and just continue to race them until I decide if they're going to be used for broodmare, sire, or neither. So Miss Vaporwave, she's kind of in that same bucket. I don't know if we'll use her as a broodmare. Like, we can't make exceptions for every horse that we like, right? We just don't have the space. We are going to have to be in a position where we make, obviously, logical decisions in regards to who stays and who goes. So you guys feel free to give me your input, obviously, on that. Of course, I would use everybody if I could. Just don't have the space, man. Really stinks. A good rhythm here with Miss Vaporwave. Thought we were going to get another 7 at least. Her stamina is already dropping? I've barely run her. What's the deal? Supposed to still finish 5th. Is that really going to happen? She just kind of hit a wall all of a sudden. Coming around turn 4, like she was already dropping back in speed, and that's it. She's called it a day. She's tired now. Didn't really think I was running her that hard. Was the pace a little bit faster than what she probably would have wanted? She just already seemed gassed before we hit the stretch. It wasn't fast pace. Okay. Yeah. Pretty fast fractions. I mean, almost under 10, so pretty hot Mile Champ Cup. Old Knight ends up getting the win. Totally forgot. Yeah, not ideal. Spurt was D, but again, what happened with her, that hasn't happened to me in a long time, and I don't know. She just, she seemed perfectly fine on the backstretch. We got 1-7, somewhere between turn 3 and turn 4, getting off the backstretch. She got uncomfortable, and that was really it. She had no fight, so safe to say, gave it a shot. I think I'll stick her to grade 3s and grade 2s now as well. Moving on to the Port Town Stakes, grade 2 in Yokohama. I've hardly done this race in this game. Here with Crazy Hunter, tuning her up. She is the favorite. Still want to try to... Well, she has a title at least, but she won't be a Hall of Famer. Unless we were to try the GWS with her next year as a 6-year-old, which to me that's going to be even harder to win. Really should have won it with her last year as a 4-year-old. She's another horse I waited too long for. Her and Valley King. I waited 1 year too long to get them going in the GWS. Mad Thunder with the record. Mad Thunder. It's kind of like saying that name. Mad Thunder. Not Mad Thunder, but Mad Thunder. Get it right. Off in the Port Town Stakes we go here at Yokohama with Crazy Hunter. I thought that was... Is that Ant B? No. What am I looking at? Floating Station. Yeah, I should have recognized the Soaks were different. I don't know why I thought for a second it was Ant B. She's definitely in this season. I thought we just raced against her at some time in this episode. Now, I did not want to lose positioning. I don't know how I allowed that to happen. Gosh darn it. Sometimes I don't know when they're gonna do that like rush forward thing where they all like when like 4 or 5 horses decide to kind of move in unison at the same speed. They all decide to increase their speed at the same time. I don't know when that happens sometimes. So I get comfortable thinking, okay, my position is safe, and then I realize it's really not. Really short track here at Yokohama. These backs, I mean, the straights are like a furlong. I have no space. I hate this. You know what? I'm going to have to drop Crazy Hunter back. Gosh, did not want to bump that horse, but just had to get her to the outside because the inside isn't open. I wasn't going to take any chances. I'm going to have to work her from the curb here. From the turn. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work or not. She's still got a furlong to hold on. Can Crazy Hunter do it? It's going to be the longest furlong in her life, probably. She's hanging on. The field is coming, getting her on the whip, trying to give her that extra incentive, and she is still going to clear that. And not completely out of breath. So I just got her going in time to give us a big enough buffer. Crazy Hunter gets the Grade 2 Port Town Stakes win. Good stuff. What I decided actually I'm going to do, I just get ideas randomly. I'm sorry I spring it on you guys like that, but it happens. Great race. Let's go. Horses we don't use for breeding. I think we should put them into basically a free mode race together. Just to kind of pay respects to them. It's like, yeah, we won't be using them for breeding, but just kind of a last send-off to horses that have obviously contributed to our success in this game, but just weren't used long-term for breeding. We'll have the AI just kind of race those horses, and yeah, we'll just kind of see who comes out on top. I think that would be a fun way to, again, keep them in memory in that way if we don't use them for breeding. So Miss Vaporwave, again, she's kind of in the same boat as Vivid Eyes. Their stats are not all that different, to be honest. They both have like the same bad stats in temper and feel. Do they have the same parents in common? They do not. Interesting. She's got 4 Grade 1 wins here, Miss Vaporwave. We just raced on her. Yeah, she's been struggling in Grade 1 since the Pluto Stakes. I haven't been able to figure it out with her since then, so probably need to drop her to Grade 2s, it feels like. So I'm just not in the rhythm with her. 2 races back to back, finishing outside of her goal. So if I'm not careful, I could lose her. But her, Vivid Eyes, again, Vivid Eyes only has 1 more additional Grade 1 win. Otherwise, they're completely tied in wins. They're more or less the same. These are 2 horses I'm just not really set on for breeding. So Conquistador, on the other hand, she does have 7 wins. 7 Grade 1 wins, I should say. I feel she's been a lot more consistent in her career, for sure. Diamond Planet Chasing Heart, she has good ability. She comes from a good pedigree. And she should be close to a title, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that for her. She hasn't won a Grade 1 since May of last year, the Dublin Gold Cup. And again, I've clearly won a lot of her Grade 1s before she was, I think when she was like 3 years old. So I don't even know what she's already achieved as far as Grade 1 victories. So getting her a title kind of makes that a bit complicated because, again, I don't even know what she wants to. I mean, I don't even know where she's at. Miss Vaporwave, save her for a Grade 3 next year. Crazy Hunter, good Grade 2 win. Yeah, 9 Grade 1s. Be ashamed to retire her with only 9. Would love to try to get her another, but there's nothing available for her. So, send her into the new year. Grade 2s, Grade 3s. Maybe the occasional Grade 1s, but she already has a title. I really don't have to put her in Grade 1s anymore. Not unless I absolutely want to. Tokyo Queen Cup. Impost, 154. That's crazy. Still don't even want her running in Grade 3s. She'll carry a little bit of a handicap there at the Camellia. kind of willing to take that handicap on because I don't want to put her in anything else. This Kyoto Queen Cup 125 in February at 10.5. Again, I don't even know like what grade ones to do because like I think I'm just gonna put her in this Kyoto Queen Cup at the end of February. That grade 2. So this is kind of fun. I'm kind of happy that I'm actually getting a chance to put my horses in races I don't normally race in. The different grade 3s and grade 2s, maybe finding some value there. Rapid Blade, what a win last time out, man. Supposed to finish 12th. She ends up winning. She's been on a good streak, man. 7 finishes in the top 3 of her 9 starts, so very consistent girl. 3 wins. She has a 33% win average. So the descendant, the granddaughter of the late great Bolero. She's yeah, I think she might finally be the key. Thanks to help from Butterfly Effect, Western Tiger, Irish Fleet, that pedigree. And finally get something going in the Bolero bloodline after what's been like 20 plus in-year games. It's probably like people that are still that have like descendants of Secretariat, and everybody's just going crazy with breeding. And I'm talking about in real life, trying to get the next Secretariat. But it's like, yeah, if it was that easy, we'd have 100, flight lines and Justifies and American Pharaohs a year, winning races that they can't actually win. Like it just wouldn't be the case. So that was a pretty good result on the dirt. I'm still trying to figure out her max distance, but what do I do? Would I dare run her 18 furlongs in a grade 2? That seems like an awful idea, and her stam is not even ready for that. I could have run her on the dirt again. Could run her in a sprint or run her 9 furlongs. Well, she won that last one at a mile, right? No, at 7. 7 seemed to benefit her. I think I might do that again. I know they're not going to tell me the max distance. If I can get her another dirt win, I'll feel pretty confident. So Miss Glam Queen, 81 speed from Gentle House out of Free Fear. Last corner leader is her ability. She will peak quickly. 10 furlongs minimum. So we're going to send you to an open in January. Kick off your year. Lockwood, you're good. Marksman, you should be okay. Moonsinger, you're good. Secret ending. Feel like I'm forgetting someone, but maybe not. Yeah, I still haven't made up my mind who I want to retire yet for breeding. Valley King, I definitely want to move into the barn as a stud for sure. He's probably the only one. We mainly have fillies. A lot of the boys are younger, as you can see. After Valley King, it's just all mares, all girls. I mean, Major River, I'm undecided about for breeding. Vivid Eyes, undecided. Miss Vaporwave, undecided. Everybody else is a go. September Sky, for sure. Frugal Lark, of course. Little Vixen, of course. And probably Crazy Hunter, so... That's the good thing is, with the exception of September Sky and Frugal Lark, and they still have 2 years. I mean, they'll have their 7-year-old season next year and then their 8-year-old season. We still technically have 2 to 3 years with these mares. I don't really have to feel like I'm in a rush to retire them for breeding because we still have really good mares right now, so I don't want to take away from that. Big Monster is back. Wow, she seemed a lot stronger in this game than she does in 2003. Her response rating is awful. Man, tempting, but... Famous Piston. Oh, I wish she had a better power rating. She would be the perfect horse. She has no abilities as well. She would be really fun to work with, but I feel like my hands are already full. 3 races this week. We have GWS Dirt with Major River. She's not going for the championship. We're just seeing if she's grade 1 ready. And the grade 1 Continental for the turf, Bay City. She's just in this race to try to get her lawn champ title. That's my only goal. Vivid Legend, Deep Wonder, not going to be an easy race. And in the Neptune, we have Point Black trying to get her second Grade 1 victory. She's been on a roll. 8 wins out of her 9 starts. Winning streak as we speak. Probably should be the favorite in this race. Last corner leader, Stretch Burst. Close race, okay. I forgot Point Black. She's only 3 years old, but she's making a good case for breeding. She's fast. She's got good abilities. Her stamina's not the selling point, obviously. And I guess these are her stats at her best, which isn't saying a whole lot. Yeah, we would definitely have to stick to a very specific breeding line of endurance horses with her. Try to balance that stamina, but she's only 3. We'll see how things go. Take a break. We'll get back into this next set of races here as we get ready to close out the year. 1 more month to go. Alright guys, I am back. I apologize for the lack of audio during that last race with Major Ripper. I totally botched it. Totally botched it. Got bogged down in the stretch. And yeah, got blocked. My directional button wasn't moving at a time I needed to move. All around bad race considering we finished in second. We should have actually won that one easy and blown that out of the water. I was distracted. I was talking to somebody, so yeah, apparently my focus in Gallop Racer, if I'm distracted, is not 100% there. So Vivid Eyes with the record here. Keep forgetting though, Vivid Eyes is a GWS Turf champion. Remember, she did actually go into the Hall of Fame. So I know I was talking earlier about not retiring her, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like if she was capable of winning the GWS Turf, she was strong enough to do that on merit. It's worth considering. We shouldn't use that as a rule of thumb all the time because there are great horses that just don't get lucky with the GWS, you know what I mean? But it's worth a shot, certainly. So, I mean, like, we should consider it. All right. So, like I said, I mean, it's an idea. that we can kind of use for certain horses going forward. We don't have to stick to it religiously. I'm running her as a closer here today, trying to save her some ground. Kind of feel like Bay City's also a horse that may have missed out on getting into the Hall of Fame at the right time. Because technically speaking, she'll be 5 next year, I think. I should have chased the GWS with her this year. Maybe another horse. She has last corner leader. I am not going to get it from way back here, but we'll get her going anyways. She's supposed to finish 8th. We can try to take advantage of her stamina and see how she does. She's working hard. Who is that up there? Sonic Kite. Bay City's still driving. She needs 8th or better. She's still in the fight. She's falling down a little bit, though. The rest of the field's really pushing. It's a tough race. Are we even going to hit our goal? We're not even going to hit our goal. That's crazy. 11th place. Wow. How did that happen? So that was an awful race. That's pretty clear indicator GWS is not in her sights. She looked good and then she just fell apart. Ugh, wow. Point Black is up in a race, and Neptune Stakes, she should have favoritism, second favoritism. We'll see how she does. The Neptune Stakes with Point Black, second favorite. 2 bad races. Major River, well, I mean, we still finished second with the Major River. I shouldn't say it was a bad race. It was just a race that I could have easily won. Bay City, that was the worst I feel like I've done with her ever in her career. So, yeah, that was just, I don't know, man. She looked like she was fine. She didn't tire out. She just fell apart. I don't know. Obviously probably something with the stretch run, but she could have ran in last place. She has that leg type a little bit. So I don't know, man. That was weird. She just really kind of fell apart in the stretch, and I don't know if she got discouraged. Did she lose a head-to-head? I didn't see her get demotivated. She has a good heart rating. I don't think she lost a head-to-head or anything, but must have been something with the timing of the spurt. She just, she totally, she just tapped out, but she still had plenty left to go. She has 72 stamina. It wasn't even as if her stamina dropped. She just started going backwards. Like, her top speed was just falling apart. So, I don't know. That was a really disappointing loss. So, again, I still want to get her a win at 12 furlongs, but clearly not going to be able to do it on the GWS level. So, just have to run her in domestic grade ones when they're available. Point Black, she's going to be in the head-to-head. She should have close race okay, so we should be able to edge this one out. Come on, Point Black. Keep rolling, my girl. Keep rolling. Oh, 2 might get us on stamina. Unless we get an ability now. There's close race okay. And Point Black, she's going to get it done. No, the 2 may have just passed us in time. What a race. She fought her heart out. Yep, 2 may have just got us on the inside. Yep, Slide Chief by a nose. Nothing I could do there. Wow. Close race, man. We've had some really close races in all honesty, though. Some tough fields. C for the spurt? I mean, what do they want me to do differently? Are they saying, hey, I guess all those races were ruined by bad spurts? I don't know what... The Major River thing, I understood what I did. We still finished second in that race as well. I don't know what they wanted me to do differently there. That stinks. Yeah, that's really confusing. I gotta be honest. Not going to the World Super Jockey Series. Forget that thing. It is officially December now. So weird. So Bay City, she's done. Yeah, I really don't know what happened with her. Like, she just... Yeah, she totally Counterclockwise? That was a counterclockwise track, wasn't it? I feel like she's ran on those tracks before, but interesting. Because most clockwise tracks... Oh no, I'm thinking about the other way. Never mind. Ignore me. Grade 2 at 15 furlongs. Yeah, I don't really see the point in that, honestly. She'll have quite a layoff. I don't know what I'm going to do with her yet. I still would like to try to get her a lawn champ title, but I think that's going to be harder. I think run her in the Climax Stakes. I think that's got to be my chance. She wins there. Maybe we can retire her then. If not, then keep her rolling. So who else? Point Black. Oh, so close to winning that Neptune. That would have been her second grade 1. So 8 wins with her out of 10 starts. I've been on a roll with her as well from Diamond Plane out of Toxic Blonde. Strong miler here, so I kind of put her in a grade 2 if we want. Just to keep her sharp, finish out her year. I think Rapid Blade's good for the Open. Storm Owl, we haven't raced with in a while. We will be soon. I think the 2-year-old, Angel Hearts. No. Yeah, so I got everybody in a race, right? Didn't I? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Vivid Eyes, no, got checked. Major Ripper. Very close with Major Ripper. Very close. I do think she is grade 1 ready. So I'm just going to toss her in the Kyoto. Kick off the year. I don't know what other... I don't think I have another dirt horse I'm really focusing on right now. So we'll do that with her. And that's how we'll set up. So still a lot of racing left here in December. But like I said, I'm going to get through this racing to get us to the new year. I think this will be her chance to win her first grade 1. I don't think she's won one yet. Moonsinger's ready to go in the Philly Cup. Can she wow the fans here today? That's our goal. We'll see if we can make it happen. And we are off and running in the Philly Cup with Moonsinger. She gets off to a decent start here. She will press for the lead, but not take the lead. She pressed to run with the top runners here. We'll settle her in. And actually, I'm just going to keep her right here just to make sure we have a lane to ourselves. This is fine. I wonder if Fairy Singer and Moontrapper really was a good combination. I feel like they were kind of similar in ways in regards to some of their stats. What I was actually able to do with them long term. They could have been very compatible. I hope we'll see that here in Moonsinger. She does have last corner leader, so I do have to make sure I get her ahead for that. There we go. We're supposed to finish 8th. Let's see how she fights down here. So 7 is going to get past us. Moonsinger still pushing 10-8 in that last fraction. She is falling back ever so slightly, but she's still pushing. Pushing strong. Gosh, did we even hold on to 8th? 5th, alright. I got kind of scared there. Looked like we may have just gotten surpassed. A lot of horses, but decent race. She finishes 5th. Was kind of hoping maybe we could spring a win there, but apparently not quite. She definitely needs more speed. Her endurance could use some developing as well, but she comes from Fairy Singer. He has a little bit later of development, so she might be okay. She's still D ranked, so out of this class of 2-year-olds, she is ranked 4th out of 5th. 55 stamina, so It's not going to be ideal. 9 furlongs, though, is her minimum. Her stam is only at 55. I can't see how much higher it'll get from here. Yeah, she's not looking like the strongest of horses, if I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, she looks like she'll be average at best, but I don't know if that's really saying a lot. I'm going to stick her to grade 3s. Like, technically speaking, she looks like she'll be close to her peak. But I wonder if she'll have more of a sustained growth type where she won't really have a major drop-off. I'm already thinking grade 2, grade 3s exclusively with her. I don't know if she's even going to be fast enough to actually win a grade 1. So I think I might just stick to opens, grade 2s, and grade 3s with her. Exclusively. Her stats are not ideal, but they're not terrible. Turn her into another Moon Trapper, see kind of how that develops. A lot of races here today, so let's go through it. 9 on the card. Kicking off the Young Crown Cup with her 2-year-old colt, Angel Hearts. We'll move on to an open with our 3-year-old filly, Rapid Blade, from the Long Live Bolero family. Another grade 3 here with Storm Owl, our 3-year-old colt, still developing with him. Move on to another grade 3 at 10 furlongs with our 6-year-old mare, Frugal Lark. We'll have the grade 1 Sunrise with our 2-year-old colt, Lockwood. He'll have to compete against Laughing Hawk. Should be a tough Sunrise Stakes in Kyoto. We'll have the China Sprint with September Sky, I think trying to get her a Sprint Champ title. This is our 6-year-old mare, GWS Hall of Famer. China Mile will be running with Eastside Band, getting her more points, getting her more wins, that whole thing. She should be Horse of the Year. And GWS Sprinting Champion. And she has 7 grade 1s. Actually, she hasn't gotten the Mile Champ title yet. This could be her first Mile Champ title as well. She could end this year with 3 titles. Eastside Band. Diamond Planet Tigris of Stone. I got both of them, so we'll continue to use them. We're in the China Cup with Classy and Smart, 3-year-old filly. She's doing well, 5 grade 1s. 3 race winning streak with grade 1s. Her last biggest win at the World Filly and Mare Turf Cup. Before that, she won the Paris Royal at 15, the Dublin Derby at 12. She's been winning some grinders, man. Now, see, here's an example of a horse with a fast growth type that's actually still going to remain strong, at least until she's at the end of her 4-year-old season. Power's not great, but her stamina's still high enough, so is her heart. Her speed will drop. But I think I'll still be able to win long distance races as long as I get her out in front. She'll be racing in the China Cup. None of these GWS races matter. We're already either eliminated from 2 of them, or Eastern Side Band already has the sprint secured. Last race will be the China Vase on this particular meet with Eastern Knife, 12 furlongs, trying to get him a Long Champ title. 9 races coming up. What joy. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know if we're retiring a lot of horses next year. I feel like we still are going to have to hold on to most of them. And then the year after that, I think a lot of horses are going to be retired for breeding, or just retired and, just kind of out of the game, or, out of season mode, so to speak. Kicking off with Angel Hearts in the Young Crown Cup, 4th favorite behind Free Life and Crimson Canary. Tough field. He's got top 5 goal. Game's still not telling me a whole lot about him. I'd like to know his speed and his stamina. He comes from Gentle House out of Chasing Hearts. He should be pretty strong. He does have the power, which is a good sign. I can't imagine his stamina or speed would be low. So, we'll see. Like, we've been on a slumper here. We need a grade 1 victory, so hopefully Angel Hearts can break that curse. He's going to beat 3 other horses, but I think it's doable. Only running a mile, so should be able to keep him just nice and comfortable. And then Spring coming around turn 4. Who is that way at the front? Is that Canary? Yeah. I swear every race I have with Crimson Canary, that horse and jockey combination always wants to go like 10 lengths out in front of the field. It's kind of crazy. Every race I have with Crimson Canary, I swear it goes like that. I did not mean to do that. I've been bumping a lot lately. I'm just being kind of sloppy on my directionals, but I think my horses are tough enough. Well, we should hit max stam here. I don't think we're going to. We're not. A little bit of contact, seriously? And Angel Hearts is like not feeling it? I was running him as a procedure and he still wasn't happy, so I don't know what his deal was. Now let's see if he can fight back. Crimson Canary is going to fight on the inside. Do we have an answer? Will we get stretch burst? Something. No, that's it. Still fighting though. Oh wow, look at that. Angel Hearts just fights back to win the Young Crown Cup, which looked like he may have given up. Oh my gosh. What a win for our 2-year-old colt. I honestly kind of thought he threw in the towel. As soon as that horse came back at us under that furlong to go, I'm like, oh, Angel Hearts has called it a day. No, I forgot. Chasing Hearts is in that pedigree. That's how Chasing Hearts won races. Our first original Hall of Famer. She won races just like that. Shame on me. It kind of honestly slipped my mind there for a second. That's a big win there for our 2-year-old colt, Angel Hearts. First grade 1 win of his career. Double S on the spurt. We'll take it. Let's go. Fought pretty nicely there. Like, he doesn't feel quite as powerful as Gentle House. But his strength is in there, along with the tenacity and consistency of Chasing Hearts. I still feel like there's a chance for a good racehorse to be in there. Granted, I still don't know what his speed and stamina are yet. It was kind of a grinder of a race. I didn't get max stamina with him. So, either way, great. Grade 1 victory there. Angel Hearts, his first grade 1. Moving on to 7 furlongs on the dirt here. Next on the card, Rapid Blade. Got to beat 3 horses with her. Last time I had to beat the same amount, and we ended up getting a Revolution. Will I get so lucky this time? I don't know. Finally, her power hit 70. All she needs is for speed and stamina to hit 70 as well. Mid-70s would be ideal. She won't be that fast, but as a front runner, she should be strong enough to give other horses a hard time, and that's my goal. You don't need a horse with like 90 speed at the front. You just need to make sure they're able to maintain a decent speed level for, the majority of the time you're in the stretch, and you should secure that race. So I'm hoping her stats won't have a major fall off once she hits her peak. I'm hoping they'll stay at their levels for maybe 6 months to a year. Forgot I'm supposed to be taking the lead. I'm kind of on cruise control. Like, the fact that she has last corner leader in bears. I know I talked about it in the last episode. That's such a weird combination of abilities to have. Honestly. Like, last corner leader in bears. They're literally like, they can't be any more different and opposite, I mean, we can kind of coast here. I'll get her under the whip now. Looks like the 11 is still going to get us regardless. Now remember, she's only okay on the dirt. She's actually doing a lot better. Wow. That's 3rd place when she was supposed to finish 11th on another dirt race. It's just an open, but I'm very curious. If she's doing this well on the dirt, give her another year of development. I wonder how competitive she could be legitimately. I think I'll put her back on the turf now just to try to stack her some wins since that is her preferred surface. But dirt is definitely there. It's in the pedigree. And yeah, she's holding her own. The game thinks she has no business on the dirt, and clearly, the game is wrong. Good result there from Rapid Blade. Finish out her year. Move on now to Storm Island, a grade 3-9. Furlong is 4th favorite. 3-year-old colt we're still trying to figure out. From Golden Boy out of Chasing Hearts. He's still growing. His stats aren't terrible. I mean, I don't know if his stamina will hit 70, but power, staying, and speed should all be mid-70s at his peak. Again, I feel like Golden Boy is not giving my horses the stats I was really expecting. He's giving them like the bare minimum, so honestly I'm kind of done using him as a sire. We'll have other ties to Western Tiger in there somewhere, but mainly in the probably the broodmares, I think. He's stargazing, actually. He's still a descendant of Western Tiger, and I'm still going to use him because I like his top 4 abilities. I just need to find a broodmare with a good bottom 6, and you guys will see what I mean once we get to showing him, but he's stargazing to me is good. He has a later growth type as well compared to that of Golden Boy, who will have his horses literally peaking as soon as they put their hooves on the track for the first time. They'll already be like going downhill in regards to their strength, which is crazy. I don't want that anymore. So yeah, I think I'm gonna replace Golden Boy. I mean, I could hold him and wait till I maybe could try him with a really, really like super strong broodmare. I mean, like S's and double S's type of broodmare. But I don't know. Kind of over him. Let's go. Revolution with Storm Owl. In this grade 3, he's going to run away with it. From Golden Boy out of Chasing Hearts. Now, this has seemed to work. Maybe that's the compatibility. Chasing Hearts actually seems to work with everybody, though. Like, I don't know one bad horse that's come from her. And Storm Owl runs away with it. Now, that's shades of Golden Boy. That's shades of his father for sure. What a win there for Storm Owl. Beautiful guy. Glad I took the hood off. Because I think that would have, yeah, that wouldn't do him justice. 7-length winner over Noble Shade. Perfect race. Storm Owl looking good. That's a Golden Boy type of horse I'm okay with. I still want higher stats, though. But that's not bad. Move on to another grade 3 with Frugal Lark on the card. She's the favorite, as she should be. This is all I need to do with Frugal. Could I still run her in grade 1s and chase titles? Yeah, but I just really don't feel the need to. She's achieved enough. I'm happy with what she's achieved. We just want her for breeding. We've seen what horses she's giving us in Gallop Racer 2003, right? And granted, I may have accomplished a little more with her in 2003, but I still think she'll be great in 2004 here. And, I mean, gosh, we could do Frugal Lark and Formal Opera. We could do Frugal Lark and Solo Rider. You know, Frugal Lark and Diamond Planter Gentle House. There are a lot of crazy good combinations we can do and probably get some amazing horses from Frugal. That's probably what I'm going to do anyways. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities with Frugal. That's why she's one of my favorite horses, one of my favorite broodmares to use. Like, you're bound to get a decent horse as long as you have a good sire. And if you have a less than stellar, you know, stud siring foals, then that might be a different story. But Gentle House, Diamond Plant, Formal Opera, those are all legit guys, so. Hey, she's on cruise control. Easy grade 3, should be winnable though. Just trying to go for 2 Rebels in a row. I'm on Frugal. Hold on now. Hold on. Post race okay. That 2 is really coming, but Frugal just strong enough to hold on. I didn't expect the two to fight back at us. Pretty impressive last minute rally there. Another grade 3 win for Frugal. Keep stacking them up. Length and a half win for Frugal Arc. Good stuff. That's what we need. Lockwood moving on to a grade 1 here. Our 2-year-old colt. Only 2-year-old colts with one 2-year-old filly in the grade 1 Sunrise Stakes. We are the favorite with Lockwood. Laughing Hawk is here, but apparently that horse doesn't have a chance. From Gentle House out of Real Happy. I wonder what his other ability is. Stretch Burst or Last Corner Leader? 76 stamina, which is good. He can basically run on turf or dirt. He is a true closer, which means he's got to have some speed. Been doing well with him so far. He's been awesome. I feel like the stronger horses are coming from breeding pairs I wasn't really expecting. Like, he's technically the strongest out of this 2-year-old group right now. It's 5 2-year-olds. He's the strongest out of the 5. From Gentle House out of Real Happy, I really didn't see that coming. There were other, I think, stronger breeding pairs for the other parents, and apparently Gentle House and Real Happy producing Lockwood might be the key for this particular group. Well, we don't have Real Happy anymore, but interesting. We're off in the Sunrise Stakes here with Lockwood. And drop him to the back here. One horse is stupid. It can't figure out to go around me. My gosh. Thank you. And look who's keeping us company. Is moving right in front of us. On Roman Speaker, it's the great Tanaka. The great annoying Tanaka. Now, I don't really want to take an outside trip, but I'm not willing to leave it open. My directionals have not been working with me on the controller. Seems some parts of today, so I'm not taking a chance trying to move through traffic. I wonder if he has like closer or something. I mean, we got plenty of stamina left to go. There's no way they're going to catch us, are they? Nah, he's gone. Lockwood's out of here. From Gentle House out of Real Happy. This dude is gone. Oh my gosh. Lockwood is going to win his first grade 1 and dominate in the Sunrise Stakes. What a win. Oh, and keep in mind, he's actually, I think, stronger on the turf. His dirt rating is just good. So, Lockwood looks like he could be stronger than Gentle House, which means he could potentially replace Gentle House down the line. If he continues on this trajectory, easy win on the dirt, 8 furlongs. Got to get that guy at GWS next year, honestly. And that's what I've noticed too. Like, usually I am getting my best horses the GWS titles. It's the other horses that I really like that maybe aren't as strong as like our top tier horses that I want to get titles for or GWS championships for, and I wait too late. Lockwood is a horse next year for sure as a 2-year-old. I have to, or as a 3-year-old. We're going to try the Triple Crown. We're going to go on the GWS. I mean, I'm going to try as much as I can with him. I feel like he really is going to be a monster of a horse for us. We're moving on to the China Sprint. 5 furlongs. September Sky. She's the 5th favorite. Relatively competitive field. You have more Striker, Scotch Spring, Rude Death. Medium Garnet is the favorite. That doesn't say a whole lot. That horse hardly wins at my game. We're 76 speed. Some horses that are much faster than us in this field, but only a couple. So all it takes is for us is to get September Sky out at the right time, catch the field napping. She can sneak away with this one, potentially. I believe she's already in the Hall of Fame, though, so she's safe, no pressure. We'll do our best. I cannot believe Golden Monster still has the record here. 57-3. I set that with her like 30 years ago in game. Like it was pretty much at the beginning of our playthrough. I think it was one of my first set of videos when I just started doing commentary. So, long time ago, still. Like, this is real life years ago. The fact that this record is still held, that's crazy. Who is running with me? Burning Emotion? Relax, please. Making me work Timber Sky a lot harder than I wanted to. 10-6 in that last fraction. And will she even be able to hold on? Field's coming. No way she's going to be able to hold on. No way. Doing her best, but 5 furlong sprint. Too much for her, huh? Wow. Did run her hard at first just to try to get her into the lead. Probably should have settled her back. 14th. That's not ideal. Yeah, that was not a good race. They still consider the position B. Yeah, burned her out there. That's not a real representation of what she can do. It's the worst she's ever done. Thought I kind of had that one dialed in. Clearly not. Eastside Band, she's up in the China Mile. She's the favorite. Wonder Whale, whole $3 off. We should win this easy with Eastside Band. Bad race there with September Sky. Terrible race. Part of me thought I should have just dropped her back actually as a closer. But I've been used to running her as a front runner her whole career. I didn't want to try something new. And ironically, that may have actually worked better than what I tried to do. I ran with the 9 horse who had no chance. We stayed out in front. She was over speed. She burned herself out. And, yeah, terrible way to end her year. Anyways, Eastside Band, up in the China Mile. We're off and racing. It's the only thing about front runners. I like them, but sometimes it is a little bit of a hassle depending on the field of competition you're working with and whether or not they're making it harder for you to get the lead or just running a ridiculous pace. The AI have such a bad tendency for that. That's why I would rather be on a procedure, because I don't have to be right behind the leader on a procedure if I don't want to. But if I have a horse that wants to run in the front and then I'm dealing with a horse like this, Wonder Whale, which Wonder Whale is one of the best horses in the game, he can get away with it. But like there are other horses that will do this to you with your front runners, and they don't even end up finishing in the top 10. You know, they end up finishing second to last. I'm not even going to catch Wonder Whale. I'm not. I think Eastside Band is strong enough. I don't even think we have to catch him. Oh no, I got going too late, but it's fine. She's strong. She lost the head-to-head. Eastside Band is that much of a monster, man. There's grit. And she's gone. Wonder Whale. It's going to be looking in our rear view, or we'll be looking in our rear view to Wonder Whale. She does it. She does it! Eastside Band wins the China Mile. Got her started way too late, though. Had that been a different horse, we certainly lose. I got away with it on her, which shows you how good she is. The fact that she can lose a head-to-head, get completely discouraged, and then bounce back. It's like she forgets how strong she is. Then she realized she could win. Then it's like, oh, okay, now it's time to really dig in. She gets gritty. And, yeah, she makes that look easy. She should win, hopefully, 3 titles. Horse of the Year for sure. GWS Sprint, and hopefully off of that race, a Mile Champ title. Beats Wonder Whale by 4 lengths, man. Double S on the spurt, win the head-to-head. Eastside Band's the truth, bro. She's the truth. What a horse. Classy and smart. She's up in the China Cup. We're running 2 furlongs longer. Essentially every race we've been doing. She's the 4th favorite. Behind Little House and Rushing Sound, Crimson Page. Feel a little disrespected, but that's fine. Top 5 goal for us with Classy and Smart. Last corner leader. See if we can get it done. Still bummed. September Sky and Bay City. Those are 2 of my Some of my favorite horses, and I had really bad races with both of them in this stretch. Let's finish out this meet strong, and gosh, we still have, I think, another half a dozen or so races, so this episode is not over. But as long as you guys are enjoying, that's all that matters. I'm having a good time. I'm just annoyed at myself for losing a couple races that should have been wins, which is kind of the normal. But we're seeing future stars developing. We're seeing some of our older horses still have it in them to still do well. But yeah, I feel like a lot of the horses we have, they all had pretty early growth types. So I just feel like, yeah, that's made it harder for me to achieve what I've wanted to achieve with them. That's why it's like, it sounds foolish, but at some point I do want to get rid of the studs that have those really fast growth types, unless they're doing so well for us that we just have to keep them. Diamond Plan is kind of like that type of horse right now. You know, we get so many good horses from him, it'd be foolish to remove him until we can replace him with somebody stronger. You know, another stud. Solo Rider was good. I don't know if he was stronger than Diamond Plan, so until we can, again, replace Diamond Plan with the horse stronger than himself, probably should have to keep him back there, but I still don't like the early growth types. I really don't. Good run here. Good run here from Classy and Smart. Now she's just got to battle with the 7 on the inside, but I don't know. Oh, I may have gotten her started a tad bit too soon. I thought we could have taken advantage of that a little bit. 3 is going to go ahead and cut right between us. That's Nielsen. 7 still hanging on. And looks like we will actually finish second. Oh, man, that certainly could have been a win, but I guess we weren't beating... Was that Little House? Yeah, 2.5 lanes clear. Double S on the spurt. Didn't really think there was anything much differently I could have done there. Little House just seemed to really have us beat. Eastern Knife. I think this might be the last race. We are the favorite, running 12 furlongs with him. We've had 4 races in China. We've only won one of them, right? Let's try to make it at least 2 for 2 and not 1 for 3. Or 1 for 4, I should say. Get through this year and then see what awards we got. And any last comments you guys will have, because again, next time we come back around in this series, in this game, which again will be between 1 and 2 weeks max, there will be some updates. And any ideas, any things you guys want me to start implementing into the next set of videos after this one, please let me know in the comment section below of this particular video you're watching right now, or just let me know in the Discord. You guys can say it in one of the chats or the channels that we have, or you can just message me and say, hey, I have an idea about this for Gallop Racer 2004, and we can go from there. Whatever you guys are comfortable with. Just make sure, obviously, you send it to me in a place where I can see it. That way I can be sure to get it noted and see if it's actually something we can do. I'm open to anything, really. Depending on what could work and what may not work, but that's the thing, you just got to figure it out. So, Eastern Knife looking comfortable here today. Don't even know, who's our real competition? Anybody? Happy Arrow? That's about it. So still a good year, but I definitely dropped more races this year. Just kind of weird. And I do think it's because a lot of the horses I've been racing with have no longer been at their prime. We have, like, I think 2 horses that are actually at their prime. Everybody else has kind of fallen off for about a year, so kind of ready to get some new changes in, but I'm not going to rush it. Not going to get a Rebel. That's fine. See if we can catch the 6 napping. We have good momentum. And who is that? The 6. Runaway Trial. Still staying strong, but Eastern Knife's got this in the bag. Eastern Knife, man. Strong dude. Easy winner in the China Cup. My gosh. Literally just walked away with that. And the fact that Runaway Trial was like the biggest threat, that's actually no shade. Runaway Trial is still a good horse, but Runaway Trial is not Eastern Knife. You can see that for sure. He gets it done. Wins the China Vase. What a win for our boy. 6-length winner over Runaway Trial. Go 2 for 2 at the China meet. The race weekend. Do we have one more, or was that it? Oh, that was it. So we lost 1, 2. Okay, so we only lost 3 races out of those 9. That's actually not terrible. Rapid Blade, we weren't going to win that. She finishing 3rd was actually really good. September Sky completely botched. Classy and Smart, I don't think there was anything else I really could have done. Eastside Band, 60 points. Annihilates the GWS Sprint. Got our other horses on the board for the turf. Here's your GWS Sprint Champion, Eastside Band. There's our girl. She gets it done. From Diamond Plan out of Tigris of Stone. Fantastic. We get the GWS class win. We get the sweep. Once again. Once again. Do a quick save because that was a lot of racing we did. Actually, let me make sure I didn't lose any horses. I'd be really cheesed if we lost anybody. September Sky still here, and that should be it because we hit our goals with everybody else. Okay. Good. Lockwood still A ranked, but no, actually that was his 2nd grade one. I forgot he won the Capella, so he wins at a mile on the turf and the dirt. I can literally run him wherever, but because turf is his strongest, I would like to still try to stick him to that. But I'm not opposed to putting him on the dirt when those races are available, obviously. But I think I'll probably just ping pong between the two. We could turn Lockwood. I mean, I think because of how good I think he can be, I have to try to win both titles on turf and dirt with him. Need to get him a dirt champ title. GWS dirt, maybe? He could probably go for a sweep, to be honest. I feel like he's that strong of a horse somehow. He might be our strongest stud since, our strongest future stud since Solo Rider. Lockwood here. Gentle House and Real Happy. Look at the pedigree. You have Arctic Crop in there, Vivid Legend, and Pink Gemstone. So again, he's got some strong horses in there, but he seems to really be overachieving, which I'm all for. So 9 to 14. It depends what his speed is. If he's fast enough, he could certainly mix it up. They want him in a grade 3 in January. He'll be in the green, though. I don't really feel the need to rush him into a race. Do I tune him up or do I save him for a potential GWS dirt campaign? I think I should. If I can get him into the Hall of Fame quickly. I mean, at least I know his stamina is 76. As long as he has decent speed. I can't imagine he would be slow. Real Happy wasn't slow and Gentle House isn't either. He should be pretty fast. So I'll put him in the Eagle Stakes in March of next year. So he'll have a bit of a layoff, but he's already got 2 grade 1 wins. He's 4 for 5. I think he can take that. Moon Singer. Her only ability is last corner leader with an auto ability. She didn't do so well in that Philly Cup, but she's all set to go. Angel Hearts, still only C ranked. Winning that Young Crown Cup, big time. 4 for 4, undefeated is our boy. He's actually doing extremely well in this 2-year-old group. Technically, he's doing the best because he's undefeated. But None of the matter. Still don't know his speed, his stamina, or his dirt rating. Grade 2 Tampa. I'm okay with that. 10 furlongs. Let's see how he does next year. That's how we'll warm him up. I mean, I could be racing him a little bit more, but again, don't really feel the need to rush it. Eastern Knife. 3 grade 1 wins. I'm just kind of doing whatever works for Eastern Knife. 10 to 16. Probably put you in just a really long race. Will you have a handicap for this grade 2? 128. Not terrible. I'm really not in a rush with the Eastern Knife. I totally don't mind waiting until this time to race him in the Oakland. Grade 2. Storm Owl. Good win for you last time out as well. 3 wins in 10 starts. No grade 1s yet. He's still developing. I'm waiting at least until his speed is over 70. Hopefully the same with his power. 9 to 11 furlongs, but good abilities. And he's consistent. He's A ranked in this 3-year-old group. So technically he's like developing much slower than everybody else, but that's also because he has a later growth type. He could still end up being S ranked, maybe even double S, but probably S ranked. So 9 to 11 furlongs. I think I should still just try to stack wins with him for now. We'll run him 11, that's fine. And a grade 2. Rapid Blade. She has been doing very well. Good campaign on the dirt with the win and a 3rd place finish. We're going to send her back to the turf as she still continues to develop. I'm going to try to run her in a longer race. I'm going to run her 15. I got to know what her stamina is. Run her that distance. Hopefully that will tell us what she's actually capable of doing. It's just an open. She comes from Butterfly Effect. Her stamina is decent at 60, which means it will hit 70 by the time she's at her peak, 70, 75. So she should have the lungs. It'll be a test now, but hopefully they'll just give us a reasonable goal. Eastside Band. 11 wins out of 12 starts, 8 grade 1s, 1 title with more to come. She didn't get the Mile Champ title yet unless they're going to give it to her later. So I could try to go for a GWS Turf win with her as well, but I'm not trying to hog all that. Let's try to go for maybe a sprinting title. 88 speed, yeah. I mean, she's already in the Hall of Fame. I don't have to stress about any other title for her ever again, GWS-wise, but, you know. Classy and Smart tried her heart out. She's still in a good campaign as well. 10 to 12. We'll just kind of get her in a tune-up next year. Get her ready, figure out what I'll have in store. Handicap in a grade 3, that's not terrible. What about this? Yeah, she'll carry more weight. Run her in the grade 3, 10 furlongs. Make sure she's ready to still run some endurance. Okay, Crazy Hunter, you're good. Major River, you should be good. Vivid Eyes, you should be good. Soy, Vaporwave, Vixen. Alright, Frugal. September, got you in the grade 2 while they were Frugal. Probably going to retire Frugal before next year's breeding season. 21 wins, 15 grade 1 wins at 27 starts. Maybe just try to pad her stats a little bit more. If I can. She'll probably carry handicaps in these other races. That's the problem. This is a grade 2 or a dirt race. She'll probably carry a ridiculous handicap. So I'm probably not going to really have many opportunities. Much opportunity at all. Grade 2, she still carries a ridiculous handicap. You know what? It probably just makes sense to just go ahead and put her in a race in April. She might be done. Grade 2 in the first week of April, maybe we can give her a shot at, but yeah, we'll have to do that. And then I believe September Sky. terrible. I mean, that was her worst race of her career, hands down. I mean, again, she is a Hall of Famer. Don't have to worry. She has a mid-champ title as well. Like, what other title can I even get with her? She got the mid-champ. Launch champ. Possibly. Maybe that's something she can try to achieve, but I really have no idea. We give her quite a layoff as well. Not going to put her in a race she doesn't need to be in, but we'll go ahead and get this done and finish out the last couple races of this episode. All right, so 2 races here today. Both are grade 2s. Kicking off with the Holly Stakes, 6 furlong sprint with Point Black. Trying to end her year on a very good note. And the Montreal Stakes with First Down Dash, same goes to her. And I think we'll still have 1, 2. Wow, just 2 races after these 2. So technically 4 more left before we close out the year. And I guess this chapter of Gallop Racer 2004, which will be what, 230. I think this will be episode 2 or day 238 on the series. So, man, long way. Point Black again kicking off in the grade 2 Holly Stakes. Need to try to get her the win. What I'm noticing we actually need now, we do need some faster horses. I feel like a lot of the speed of our horses, with the exception of Eastside Band and a couples like her, they're tapping out like in the mid-70s. I need a horse a little bit faster. I ran into that issue in Gallop Racer 2003 with horses from Crimson Art that peaked at like mid-70s speed, and they just weren't fast enough to win the races you wanted to win. It was kind of frustrating. Like, they were a good horse, but their lack of speed really held them back. So I certainly got to start working on some speed lines. That will make things a lot easier for us to win the races we want to win, obviously. Speed always helps. Now, can I even shoot through this gap? I feel like I can't, so I need to go ahead and move it to the outside here. 10-6, 10-8. We're rolling here, man. Get Point Black going now. No, Rebel. She gets last corner leader. She should be gone. No, the field's closing. Furlong. Who is that? Lemon Salon. Wow, just going to absolutely annihilate us, and there's nothing I can do. Close race, okay, but Lemon Salon's going to go right past us. I mean, gosh, hats off, bro. You take Lemon Salon out of that race, and we're definitely winning. That horse was just on a charge, and we basically ran a perfect race. Out of my control. Point Black did her best, and I'm happy. First Down Dash up in the mile long. Grade 2 Montreal. Third favorite. A lot of decisions to make for next year. Most of these horses I'm probably still going to race with. I'm just going to extend their racing careers out a little bit longer. I won't race them as frequently as well. We can add an extra 5 wins or so, excuse me, for some of the horses we plan on like retiring soon. I think that would be worthwhile. 10 wins would be ideal, but I mean, you know, it's still a lot of racing for some horses. Can't race them all that often. That would be winning 1 race a month, and sometimes they need 2 months to actually really recover, especially since they're not at their peak anymore. Is that Bolero's gal? No. It is. Oh, wait, Mura's in this race? Dude, he's the rival jockey thing. So he's racing on my horse? Is that how that works? With him as like an AI jockey? Because remember, we just raced against Bolero's gal recently. She had on our silks where we actually, you know, the silks that we lost her in. That's Omura there. Interesting. Well, Bolero's gal is going backwards. First Down Dash is going forward for the time being. But she's kind of falling backwards herself. Come on, stay strong, my girl. She's supposed to finish third. She can still get the win. It's going to be close. No, whoever the two is going to get us at the end. Second place, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, 2 good races. Literally nothing I could do in the end. And they're giving us good evals. I just think we're getting beat by better horses. But still, finishing second still matters. Top 3 results matter. Money, place finishes matter. The game takes all that into consideration for your horses. Breeding record, profile percentages, however the algorithm works it out. Hey, Callie, I know you don't want to upset me, buddy, but you know how short-tempered I can be. Shut up. You shut up too. Why don't you, like, both go away? You're both annoying. Silver's now friendly? Like, why? Do I not have any one of his horses anymore? Did he take Pearly Ball away? Oh, it's just because I haven't raced with Pearly Ball and I'm about to race with Kinky Light. That's why you're throwing a hissy fit, bro? Oh my gosh. Lighten up, man. He's throwing a hissy fit because I haven't raced on his horses in a couple of months. Like, relax, dude. Yeah, tough race there for first down dash. She certainly won't be a Hall of Famer. Her stats aren't there anymore. But we can still try to get her a title. She's kind of in the mid-champ range, so... Heaven Stakes, this is a big race. Probably should save that for somebody else. I just feel like she'll really struggle there. Royal Cup, I don't want to take that away from a sprinter. Maybe there's like a grade... There a grade 3 I can put her in? In-post, really? In-post even for the grade 3s, I'm actually kind of surprised. Even in-post for grade 2. It's not looking very good. Show up quite... Well, this is grade 3 handicap, but a little bit lighter than the other ones. I'll take that. And then Point Black. She's only got 1 win at 5 furlongs. I think winning a sprint is her only thing we can try to do. So I'll put her in the Royal Cup next year, actually. See if we can make some magic happen with her there. Alright guys, our last 2 races. The Winter GP with Kinky Light. And the Tokyo Cup with Little Mai. She's obviously a great dirt horse. She's 10 wins and 11 starts. 4 of those are grade 1s. She's winning everywhere. We're going to try her out again on the dirt. I think 2 more wins on the dirt, she'll get a dirt champ title. Bionic Club is here. It's probably going to be a tough field, but we should be able to contest. And this is how we will close out our year. See what awards we get. And I won't be retiring anybody, I think, immediately. Because, again, I got to know who I definitely want to replace right off the bat. Valley King, I would still like to try to get him some more wins. So I think I will race him for the majority of his 8-year-old season. Most likely. Most likely. Don't quote me. I could retire him sooner than I think. Kinky Light's 4th favorite here. Let's see how he does. But Valley King is like the oldest stud. I mean, he's the oldest horse that we can use as a stud. Our other boys are still developing. And none of them have achieved enough yet. Valley King is literally the strongest out of all of our boys on track right now. He's about to be 8 years old, you know. It's definitely been a while. Solo Rider was like really our last dominating colt. And he was just recently retired. Prior to him, I don't know. It's been a while. We haven't had a lot of original studs back there. And if we did, we've only used them for maybe 2 or 3 breeding seasons. Yeah, it's kind of ironic, really. The fillies have been dominating this. I mean, the girls have really been dominating this game for a while. I feel like our fillies and mares have overall been better on track in some cases. The originals, I guess I should say. Even though we've lost a bunch of them as well. That's kind of the catch. The boys either turned out to be great or super average, you know. The fillies and mares were all over the place. All-stars, headaches, losing them, can't be beaten, 99 stam. Like, they're all over the place. But, you know, we definitely need some stronger colts going forward. Which we have a couple developing that I think are going to be those colts finally. Like our current 1-year-olds and then even a couple of the yearlings. I think those boys will be really strong. So still probably going to be a couple of years. But Storm Owl, he's looking good. Lockwood obviously is looking fantastic. Okay, I'm trying to move without bumping this horse, but they're not letting me. I didn't want to bump the horse, but like they weren't. I was tapping my directional. It just was not moving at all. That's so annoying, man. And I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck in this imaginary gap I was trying to get out of the whole time. And that could have literally ruined our race. Unless Kinky Light's going to have a surge here. And he is driving pretty well. But we were supposed to be clear out in front. And we're not going to win this race unless we get lucky and the 8 gives up at the end. How annoying. I promise you I was trying to move left and just, it wasn't working. There was no signal being sent. That was such an easy win. Such an easy win. I don't know why I do that to myself. I should have just kept him on the outside. Avoid that altogether. Little Mai is the favorite in this Tokyo Cup. She should. Still don't know her speed or her leg type. And again, they probably won't tell me her leg type. And I don't even know if they'll tell me her speed ever. It's really criminal. That's really been the theme of this year. Some great domination, some pitiful performances, and a number of races I should have won that I didn't win. I don't want to have that next year. That's why I'm kind of ready to, you know, start racing with some of these horses less. I still enjoy racing with them, but it's been a while, man. We have 24 plus horses, and we've kept most of them for a while. We've raced with some of them now for 4 years, 5 years. So it's been a long time, man. Just kind of ready to get the next generation in. The main problem is going to be deciding who to retire for breeding and who not. I really got to look at stats for certain horses, really do. Still think we need to be a little bit stronger in some categories for the brood mare. Same for the studs. So I think I have to not completely obviously put feelings aside for certain horses, but we do have to think a little bit more tactically in regards to getting the actual ideal super horses that we want, right? Some of that is going to have to come from sacrifices, which means maybe not using them, you know, the fan favorite horse, but using the horse that obviously has the best chance of giving us future fan favorites. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I'm convinced the game will not tell me her leg type because she can probably run anywhere in the back to closer towards the front. Now, they're still running 7 wide up here. I don't like it, but I'm going to have to try to overtake this horse. Which is so ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't have to do this. You know? Oh, Little Mai is so cracked, man. Oh my gosh. She is truly the daughter of Secretariat. She feels even stronger on the dirt. I'm not even going to lie to you. From Formal Opera to Moon Trapper. Like, how does Moon Trapper do it? Little Mai destroys the Tokyo Cup. Destroys it. Formal Opera and Moon Trapper. How does she do it, man? Moon Trapper's daughter is insane. Little Mai dominates the Tokyo Cup. Wow. The thing, she came out of Moon Trapper. 7-length winner over Irish Tempest. That filly comes out of Moon Trapper, byproduct of Formal Opera, aka Secretariat. Great way to close out Little Mai's year. Wow. Well, guys, we've made it. Let's look at the year 39 classifications. Lockwood gets a 122 for the 2-year-olds. Secret Ending gets a 128. That is our horse. Angel Hearts gets a 118. We'll go over to the 3-year-olds now. Eastside Band, 141 for the long, 136 for the mile, 133 for the sprint. Eastern Knife, one of our horses, he gets a 134 for the long as well. Storm Owl, 124 for the mid. Classy and Smart, 124 for the mid. And First Down Dash, 124 for the mile. Move on to the 3-year-old Dirts. Eastside Band, she got herself on here for the dirt category as well. 130. Little Mai sitting there at 127. Classy and Smart, 121. 4-year-olds. I don't know if we'll have anybody up here except Valley King. 131 for the long. It's probably about it. It's Delta Dream, 129 for the dirt. 4-year-old Dirt, Delta Dream, 133. Crazy Hunter, 127. Well, we had horses pretty much in most of these categories. Now for the big reveal. Horse of the Year. 2-year-old, filly, sprinter. Here we go. And Eastside Band, she does it. Eastside Band is your Horse of the Year and your best sprinter and miler by winning that World Mile Cup. She gets it done. Best dirt horse goes to Crazy Hunter, as it should. Crazy Hunter definitely should have won the GWS. I thought she was the best dirt horse. She won the Universal Cup. Crazy Hunter, really, for her not to be a Hall of Fame horse, I'm glad she at least has a dirt champ title. I still think she'll be an awesome broodmare for us, and we can get a really good dirt line going with her. Vivid Legend gets best older colt. Frugal Lark gets best older filly. So another one of our horses. Eastern Knife gets best 3-year-old colt. Eastside Band, best 3-year-old filly. Lockwood, best 2-year-old colt. Mild Tornado, best 2-year-old filly. So, yeah, Lockwood and Eastside Band are the originals that get awards here. I think Lockwood made himself very clear as a grade 2 champion. I mean, as a 2-year-old champion, I should say. And Eastside Band, like I said, she was the strongest horse all year. Crazy Hunter was the best on the dirt. And Eastern Knife was the best of the 3-year-old boys. Press her for that. Frugal Lark, of course, always the best of the girls. Jockey standings, 57 win average. We sweep the categories again. That's not important. What matters is what the horses get. There's your Horse of the Year championship title for Eastside Band. I think that's it. No other titles. It's really a dry year for titles. We didn't get a whole lot, but I think next year we'll obviously get quite a few among the newer horses. But yeah, another year is coming on. Silver that quickly went from being friendly to close just because he complained and then I won the race. Like, what a fool. But man, look. Valley King, 8 years old, man. September Sky, 7. Frugal Lark, 7. And they're still good. Little Vixen, she's still fast with 80. She's the fastest of the older girls, still by a margin. She's 6 years old. You know, Vaporwave. I mean, like I said, we still have a lot of horses that really are not in the position to be retired yet. Some of them can, but we still have a lot going on, man. So, again, I mean, I could retire Valley King this year, replace Fairy Singer or whomever's back there now. Kind of wanted to get him more wins. We've been on a drought with him. I would at least like to get him a win. He's still strong enough, I think, to be able to win, but I won't press it too much. He is 8 years old. He's going to miss the Hall of Fame. No titles as well. It's really a shame. Amazing how I get 9 grade 1 wins with the horse, but no titles. Only me, right? That's going to do it, though, for this episode. Appreciate you guys for love and support. Again, give me any ideas you would like to see in the next wave of Gallop Racer 2004 videos. Again, I will be bringing updates to a lot with thumbnails, video direction, race cards, stuff like that. So you guys have any additional ideas, breeding, whatever, let me know in the description box below, or shoot me in the comment section below, or go to the description box and join our Discord. Either or, that's how you can get in on the action. Appreciate you guys for love and support. 1 year down, we start year 40, essentially a new decade in HRG racing. Expect some new silks probably when we get back as well. And if I've thought of anything in regards to what I'm going to do with some of these older horses this year, I will start off the next episode with that update. Or maybe I'll do a video before that episode so we don't have to waste time. Either way, see you guys next time. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Goodbye.